The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
There we go. Mic check 1 2. What's up, everybody? Was on the wrong slide and had the wrong presentation, and everything was all discombobulated. What's up? Ali, what up? What up? Joe, hello, hello, hello. John, what's up, man? Howdy, howdy back to you. Jesse, what's up, man? Jacinda, hello, hello, hello. Portland swag, what up? Raul, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Norm, hello, 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 hello. You guys got a blank screen. What do you mean? Hold on here. Oh, there we go. Can you see that? Should see Billy Jean people, how to attract customers with videos. Jaime, what's up, man? Ashley, I see you. It's two howdies. Miss Grace, hello. You are new. Redona, what's up? David, what's up, man? How are you? Charging my phone here, making sure that's on silent so we can jam. I got some fun stuff to show you guys today with the video. I hope it's really helpful. Jason, it says you did not put in your last name, so I don't know which Jason you are because we got a lot of Jasons. So right now you're Jason, please provide last name according to my GoToWebinar screen. What up, man? Nice. Joe says his video equipment came in yesterday. Woohoo! Hey, Joe, let me tell you something. That small investment, Kim, what up, Jason? Joe, that small investment that you made into your video, I can sit here and promise you in front of everybody right now, that will be the best investment you will make for the next 3 years besides working with us. But, you know, on an all seriously, like that video is everything. You guys know I swear by it. David Cartwright, what's up, man? Say hello to your wife, lovely woman. Cool, we'll jam. Give it like 1 more minute and we'll dive into everything. TV says, watching today's webinar with my daughters. So first thing I think about when I hear that is now I feel guilty and I can't cuss at all. So thank you, TV, for ruining my day. No bad language from me today, damn it. I'm just giving you a hard time, man. So my daughter's still only 4 months, right? So I'm trying to figure out like when she really starts listening. My girl tells me that it's now, so I have to stop. So I have to figure that out. Joe says, what do you use for video hosting? Do you have an affiliate account to link up to? Yeah, man, we use Wistia, and I think we do have an affiliate link. Alex, do you have our affiliate link for Wistia? Do you have our affiliate link for Wistia?
I can get it.
Please do. Put in the gene pool. So it'll be in the gene pool, Joe. When you're logging. Norm says, how's the ride? Yeah, I got a new car. It's awesome. Started testing some video with it. Dude, it's actually pretty cool. It's got this camera that comes with the car so you can record your drive and it like shows you like your miles per hour and all that like nerdy stuff. But what's cool is if we do like any videos, we can cut back and forth between like a GoPro scene within the car. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Like we're working on like this new Blitz video, which is extreme, but I can't wait to show it to everybody. I've been riding my butt off. Jesse says, what's the best way to handle sales you're closing that you references in a niche when you don't have any in that niche, even though you have shown them a proven campaign in that niche? Is get a case study, man. It's earning it. You know, there's no shortcut around it. You know, it's hey, give me the opportunity to show you what I can do. You know, it's a lead by proof example. It's a lead by proof model, as you guys all know. Cool. All right, so let's rock this. Everybody ready to go? Just type in the chat yes. It seems like a lot of people came in. And my mic just went crazy. How's my sound? Is it better this week? I remember last week was cutting out a little bit, so we got like a whole different internet shabam thingy. All right, cool. Let's get into this. All right, so a lot of fun examples to show, right? So what I'm hoping to do today is go through a few things, and I just want everyone to understand how to create content with video, like strategically what you should be doing. Because what I get all the time is like, Billy, I'm a dentist. What should I do for content? Like, how do I make dentistry, exciting? And I'm hoping I can actually lay that out for you guys today. So let's rock and roll. Follow me on Snapchat. How many, we have this on every single presentation now for the last few months, and it has worked. We're definitely up in the Snapchat game. Does anyone not follow me yet? If you come on, follow me on Snapchat, damn it. Especially as we like kind of launch our new show, which is within our new office. Like we're going to do a lot of behind the scenes. And so like we'll be, I don't know, if you're interested in seeing kind of like behind the scenes of all our videos and all that, it could be fun. If not, whatever. Recap of last week, tools to create videos to put money in your pocket, right? You got your cell phone, your box lights, your mount for your cell phone, and Camtasia and a green screen. There you go. And the only thing that's not on there is a microphone, well, a microphone. But that's it. How many of you actually have everything that you need and took action and got the video stuff? Type yes if you have, type no if you haven't yet. Cool. A couple people did. Raul, damn it. Get it in, get it in, get it in. You know, and again, and people too, like if it's a fun thing, most of these things are pretty inexpensive. You know, so let me give you an example. If you don't have a green screen, go to the paint shop, pick a wall, like a small wall that's on being occupied, paint it green. You know, if that's what you do, just paint it green. It may cost you a total of $19 and a little bit of time, right? But there's always options to get all of these done. Definitely options. You know, there's a company called like Rent-A-Center where you can like rent purchases, see if they have some lights. You know, the $60 payment plan, you maybe pay $10 a month. Everyone can find a way to afford that, right? The mount, I think it's, you know, yeah, like I understand, like, you know, it could be pricey. It seems like everything's added up. Remember, this is an investment into you, right? I don't gain anything from having you buy this stuff besides the fact that I know how much money it stands to make you. You know, an imperfect action is way better than no action. So, no doubt. Norm says, missed last week. Yeah, man, it is. Last week we went through all this. So if this is looking familiar to you, it's already in the lesson before, so don't trip. Introduce yourself in the video. Make sure you be human, solve a problem, and impress them. All of those examples are stuff from last week. Jump in there. This week's focus, how to attract customers with video. The secret to selling with video is a strong introduction. The secret to selling with video is a strong introduction. Okay? And it's all about the trailer. So again, the sales videos, which we'll cover next week, is like how to actually write the script. That's going to be a lot of fun. But getting somebody to even go to that sales video is everything. Okay? Wait, Arlene says, Billy, I'm not seeing your screen. Okay, let me see it. Is that everybody? Am I just making shit up right now, or can you guys not see what I'm doing here? Let's see. I'm going to reshare it, and hopefully that works. Arlene, let me know if that fixed it for you. Okay, everybody else can see. That's good. Well, yell at me if it didn't, and we'll add that in. All right. So, continuing on. I want to show you guys a trailer. A trailer that got me really hyped. Behold. No. Sparta! It's like the most badass trailer of all time right there. $300. How many of you saw, oh, he's still going? Okay. How many of you seen that movie before? 300. Or seen the trailer? Does anybody remember that? Yeah, some people say they own it. Okay, cool. It's been around, right? So it was like the greatest thing ever. And I remember when they first started advertising it, it was like, you know, a year in advance, right? But it got you so hyped for the movies. And so as I was thinking about this lesson plan, I was thinking about like, damn, like who's the best at basically pre-educating people about their product or service? It's the movie business, right? How many of you have seen a movie and just been completely disappointed, but the trailer was so hot that you had to go? It was so good that you believed it was going to be the best movie ever. Even though your friends and family told you it was horrible, you had to see for yourself because the trailer couldn't have been lying, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. You know, so question, how many of you are launching a product or service within the next 60 days or actively selling a product or service? You know, how many of you this applies to you? Actively launching a product or service, you know, selling something, coming up for a launch. Okay, cool. Good, good. Good, yeah, a lot of you, okay? So if you're not right now, you're going to at some point. It's going to be a continuous part of your business. You're always going to have new offers, new services, you know, as time changes. So this is really, really important that you guys all know this and understand today's lesson, all right? Arlene's back into working out. Good. Okay, so easiest way to sell your product or service is by creating anticipation, right? Like that movie trailer, no exaggeration, they put it out like sometimes a year and a half early. And then they do press events and press events and press events, and they tell you more, and then they show you a preview. And then what happens when the movie finally comes out, there's a long line waiting. And so we chose a Star Wars one here. This is like, what? Alex, this is the wackest picture you chose for this. I said, find a picture of like someone standing outside of the movie, but I guess it works. Nonetheless, my point is that there's a buying frenzy, all because of the videos that they put out before the movie even drops. Okay? Now I'm showing this on a large scale. I'm going to bring this back down to how it applies to like your everyday business, but nonetheless, the principles are the same. Okay? So how do you create anticipation? How do you create that frenzy of people wanting to buy your products or your services? Is number one, you keep it classic, and you guys have heard me say this a million times, is you solve a problem, right? You solve a problem that people have been facing for a long time, and you introduce your stuff as the solution to that. Ultimately, that is what's going to make it easy, right? And then in addition to that is you promise a desired feeling. I don't remember if you guys remember last week and a couple weeks before that, I was telling y'all about how what really matters is that you're selling feelings in all of your advertisement copies and all of your videos. That is the only thing that you will ever sell. Think about it. Why do you guys go to a movie? Actually, type it in the chat. What makes you go to a movie? Why? Why does anyone that you've ever been to a movie, why do you go? Entertainment, escape, right? But let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go get a rush from the story, right? It's that feeling, right? It's the feeling when you see the Titanic movie and he's about to die at the end and you're just on the edge of your seat and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And you love to feel sad, right? It's so ironic. You love to feel sad. People go see scary movies because they love to feel scared, even though being scared is not enjoyable typically, right? But what you have to realize is humans love to emote, right? We love to express ourselves. We love to feel. And again, I'm going to bring this full circle for how this should, affect your everyday writing. But just remember that top of mind. If you take away anything from today's lesson, let it be that people buy feelings, okay? And that's the key to creating anticipation. Is look, when you come to this event, when you come work with me, you're going to get this feeling and identify what that feeling is, okay? So continuing on, do you guys want me to show you an example of how we brought in 36K in a couple days, leveraging anticipation? Would anybody like to see that? Just tell me if you would. 36K in a couple days. I was just using like Facebook and email too. It wasn't like anything crazy, but we did that. So if you guys will, let me know. If not, it's totally cool, right? So naturally, everybody is saying yes, right? Like who wouldn't want to see that? But I'm not going to show you that right now because I'm going to create anticipation. So what I'm showing you here is even with the headline, you can create anticipation for your product, for your service, for everything, right? What did I do? I asked you guys a question. Do you want to see a campaign that brought in 36K? Everyone's like, sure. And now you were expecting it, and I just took it away, right? I took it away. And of course, I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you at the end. But again, even little things like that, I played with your emotions, right? And again, I'm not talking about like a huge like catharsis type of feeling. You know, it was just very simple. Do you want to see this? Yeah, I want to see that. You got excited. You put your phone down for a second. You paid attention, and I took it back. Same thing you want to do with your customers. Okay? So, continuing on. Demonstrative videos. The easiest way to use videos. Demonstrative videos need to be entertaining, helpful, and suspenseful. This is what we're going to focus on today. Every single one of you has something that's in your business or in a client's business that requires you to demonstrate something. All you want to do when you're creating video is to demonstrate how your product or service is going to solve their current problem or to take them from one situation to the next. Right now, you're unhappy, your relationship's not good, then you take my course, whatever, then your dating is on point. It's always about where you're at and where you want to be and your product or service bridging that gap, period. Okay, so I'm going to show you some real examples of it in space, in the world. Then I'm going to show you some that we do within our company. Then we're going to create your own. So I have an idea here. Right now, who's currently struggling with this? And what I'm asking you is, who's struggling creating content for yourself or for your clients? Let me know who you are and then name your industry. You know, like you feel like you have an industry where you just can't create content or anything engaging. You just don't know where, someone actually typed that as I said it, you don't know where to start. So tell me your industry. Tell me what you guys do, because there's a lot of you in here. I want to make sure I'm actually addressing and being specific here. You know. Okay, so loan origination, somebody says. You know, making money online, that's really, really broad. You got to be more specific. Real estate client, okay? Digital marketer, direct sales, house and commercial cleaning, okay? So I'm going to give you guys some tactics right now of how to do those, all right? And most of them leverage before and afters, okay? So I'm going to keep those notes there, and I'm going to come back to those. But let me go ahead and show you some really good ones first. So have you guys ever seen this? How many of you have seen Epic Mealtime? Right? If you haven't, you're about to see it right now. And it's crazy. What episode is this? Deep fried waffles? Hold on, I'm typing it in right now because I think it actually does have relevance. But these guys, and I'm talking, they get millions of views on their videos, and it's a freaking cooking, show, so to speak. All right, so let me bring it over here. Okay, everybody see this? Let me know if it shows up in YouTube right now. You should see YouTube up. It's muted because it's an advertisement. You know, that 30 seconds. YouTube's got to get their money. And also, too, like, you're going to see us invest heavily over the next couple months into video on YouTube. Like, we're creating content exclusively for YouTube advertising to pop up in this pre-roll right here. So you keep your eyes out. You already know I'm going to be going over all that stuff within the gene pool. But let me show you guys how these guys create content around food, one of the most competitive industries in the game.
Get a good look at this beard, all right? Get a good look at this beard. Get a good look at this big-ass beard and this big-ass bottle of Jack. And we got some big-ass plans for French fries today, motherfucker. So for Thursday, Friday, it's going to be a big motherfucking beard day. Watch us how we do it properly. Brought to you by Netflix.com/bacon. You get movies, and we get bacon.
This is what they do. They literally put together the most epic meals of all time. Like, this is real.
Oh, shit, son. Am I obnoxious? I don't care about your opinion. Don't hate on us. Hate on your father. Raising a shit kid. Making flips is our job. I want to be around when it's time to put in work.
And they'll go through entire recipes from top to bottom, and they make them, I mean, they're most unhealthy meals of all time, but... And let me pause. Even though they put in their personalities and they're extreme and they probably rub a lot of people the wrong way, nonetheless, all they're doing are demonstrating. They're just demonstrating. You're going to see this example a couple times. I'm going to break it down into, practical, things for you. But again, it's food. So ideally, people would say, people are so used to cooking channels and all that stuff right now, it seems normal. But the idea of taking food before anybody was actually doing cooking shows and just putting it together, it's like, come on, like that, no one would want to see that. Everyone would think that, right? But they found a way to make it entertaining. So these guys decided to go in their kitchen, they go to Costco, they buy a bunch of food, and then they put together, the most absurd meals. What are they doing right now? Like, it's extreme of all time. And they make like bacon waffle, like there it is. You guys can see that. That's kind of coming to the final product. And then they actually eat it. That's their whole thing. But what's funny about it is they got paid by Netflix to do this, which is why I'm bringing it up. And also, too, I'm bringing it up to show you guys, like, your content doesn't need to be, like, super special. How much do you think it actually costs these guys to put together this video? How much? How much do you think they're actually spending to produce this content that gets people hooked on them? And they probably talk shit just like they do in their everyday. Someone said $50, someone said $200. The cost of food, their equipment. That's not. It's minimal, right? So again, I think a lot of times we get caught up because we try and compare our content to that of what's on like ABC or NBC. That's not the world we live in anymore. It's this is where we live at. These guys, deep fried waffle fries on YouTube. That's where people's attention is at. So again, I'm showing you these examples before I show you, just to get the juices going. It's like they're taking something so mundane as cooking, and then they're just adding spice to it, and now they're making advertising dollars from it, right? So let's slide this window back here to my other screen. Let's dive a little bit deeper into this before we really go in. And I mean, even look at their layout right here, like so extreme. Now coming in, let's take it to something a little bit more practical, right? So one technique, and I want everyone to write this down, and I'll go through the examples you just typed in, but the easiest way to demonstrate your value through video are by leveraging before and afters. So a couple slides ago, I gave you 3 keywords I want to point out here. I said you got to be entertaining, which really just means putting your personality. Even if you think you're boring, there's someone out there for you that's going to connect with you and relate to you. Next is they actually got to be helpful. Even though these freaking guys are doing the most extreme food show in the world, they are showing you step by step how to cook, period. And the next, they have to be suspenseful. You watch the entire video because you want to know what the hell is going to come out on the other side. So even though these guys are ridiculous, you see them putting, no exaggeration, 50 strips of bacon. Your brain says, oh my gosh, I have to know what the hell they're cooking. I need to see what this looks like, and I don't believe they're actually going to eat this. Does that make sense to everybody? So what I'm subtly doing here is I'm going to give you a format to follow to create your own content, right? Just tell me if you're with me, though, so far in getting this. I'm not just showing videos to show videos, even though the 300 trailer is cool and Epic Mealtime is fun. All right? So continuing on. Barbershop. So here's a guy on YouTube, and their whole content is showing exactly what they do every day, which is haircuts, right? So all of us, every single person in here gets a haircut, right? Maybe you're bald, but you probably get something for your scalp, whatever, okay? But it's something that we all do every day. However, the before and afters, how many of you love to see before or after anything? Whether it's be a house remodeled, whether it be a car. Remember that show, Pit My Ride with Exhibit? The before and after. Such a simple formula. Such a simple formula. So what are they doing in their barbershop? They say, hey, I'm here every single day cutting hair. I might as well show people and demonstrate my skill set of showing you what I can do before and after. So they literally film the process so that they're building credibility. Now, here's a question for you, and let me show you what's happening behind the scenes on this barber video. How many of you have a hair person, and that's the only person you'll let touch your head? Just that one person. How many of you have a hair person, and someone says, my kids too, Most of you. And it's to the T. Like, you really will not trust anybody. Period. Right? So, been with my barber for 9 years, Ty says. That's my point, everyone. is the amount of trust that you get to build with your clientele from doing something as simple as recording what you're doing is amazing. And to be able to show like, hey, he came in and he was looking scruffy, not on point, and to show that after someone knows you, they get to see your personality as you're talking through the haircut. You get to show the fact that you're an expert, and naturally there's suspense. There's suspense being built in because you want to stay to the end because you want to know what the haircut turned out to be, right? So earlier when you guys mentioned, and let me scroll up here. I'm going to read the industries that some people typed. Going through. So I'll give you demonstrative campaigns or content that you guys can create right now off the top, right? So Julian mentioned loans, right? Loan origination. So how many of you before have purchased a home? Went through that process? Or a car? I'll even say there before I go into other examples. How many of you purchased a home or something like that? So this is how my burn works, and this is the format that I'll give you. So I like to demonstrate. So first thing that I'll do is I'll think about like, damn, like is getting a loan, like most people say, is getting a loan for a house even exciting? It's not when you put it like that. Like I don't really care about your loan. However, is the home the biggest purchase that most humans will make in their entire lives? Right? The biggest investment, the biggest purchase that people will make majority of the time is their house. Therefore, because people invest so much into it, it is emotional. Now you have to go to the objections and the fears that your audience is probably facing. People who are buying a home are nervous because actually let me ask you guys, why would people be nervous and afraid to buy a home? A lot of you have already been there. Why would you be nervous and afraid to buy a home? Why? People are afraid of losing money. People are afraid of acquiring debt, right? People are afraid of high interest. People are afraid of not being approved. People are afraid of having such a long-term commitment, right? Now, those feelings, remember we talked about feelings, those feelings I just mentioned of like, oh, the pressure, what if I lose my job and then I'm not able to pay for this anymore? Now, I would definitely be interested in seeing a 2 to 3 minute segment of understanding the people who are coming in and applying for these loans to buy a home, and then seeing them go through the processes. Hey, we're a little scared right now because our credit took a hit, back in 2009. We only have X amount down. I don't even know if this is possible right now. My job I've only been at for 8 months. Again, we're addressing fears every single step of the way. You can do this with any industry, right? And then showing on the other side of, wow, we were actually able to do it, and here's what we ran into. Now we're being helpful. Remember that keyword? We're being helpful. So along the way, we ran into the fact that the first bank didn't approve us. But guess what? We found out that there were 15 other banks that were willing to do this deal. I only went to my small community bank at first. I didn't even know. Like, do you guys see what I'm saying? I'm being helpful because I'm addressing the common objections that anyone goes through this process. It's because it's a feeling, because it's the biggest investment that they'll ever make in their lives. And there's a before and after, so there's suspense to keep people hooked. That makes sense to everybody? Is that kind of helpful to break down? Because you can do that with anything. Watch, I'll do it with the haircut people right here that are sitting in front of us. Now, people who are going into a new barber, they have the same anxieties. Damn, what if he fucks up my head? Oh shit, sorry, damn it. Whoa, whoops. TV, your kids are here. I apologize. So what if he goes and gets a haircut? And what if it messes up? What if I look like horrible? Most of the time when someone gets a haircut, they're going out for the weekend. They have a wedding coming up. They're seeing people they haven't seen in a long time. So they go and get all dolled up. You get your haircut. You're feeling good. And what if it messes up? Right? Like, I don't trust that person. Can they really do this? So again, everyone, I just want you to focus on the fact that your story, your content is interesting. And I'll do another one here just to kind of talk these out. I think showing these practical examples is helpful. So scrolling up here, give me a second. Real estate, so very similar, showing the home buying process, same thing. Oh, here's one. House and commercial cleaning. House and commercial cleaning. That one's already happening on all those remodel house build shows. But showing a house that's super dirty in the before and after. Like, do I really want to watch somebody clean every little smudge? No. But showing a house when you come into it and taking a picture of a room, here you go, now I'll make images out of this video. right? Taking a picture of the room and showing it after, that's huge. And you're overcoming objections because people, when they hire cleaning people, the thing they worry about is, are they actually going to do a good job? Are they actually going to do a good job? So when you can send a picture of, this is what this room looked like, look what I did, look at the dust that was there before and after. So again, what I'm telling you guys, the easiest way to create content for your business or clients is by demonstrating something and then showing a before and after and then answering the common objections as you go through. So an exercise that I'll give to all of you, and Alex, if you can put this in the gene pool too, is I want you to take the industry that you're working with and write down all of the objections and fears and frequently asked questions that your ideal customer is going through. And then answer those questions on video and add an element of before and after on there and your personality. That is how you create content on video before you even sell. The reason I'm showing you guys this and spending so much time on these examples is because this content is what makes next week, when I show you how to write a sales letter in video and like the script behind and all the science, like the technical breakdown, this part cannot be skipped. It can't. This is not optional. Right now, I'm giving you guys options and I'm showing this and it feels like, oh, well, maybe one day I'll do that. Listen, you don't have a choice. This is what is required to be successful in this space now. Type yes if you agree with me or type no if you don't, so I can argue with you. Because I'm telling you, this is the difference between a business being successful and a business going out of business being really shitty. Sorry, TV. Okay? So let's continue on. Yeah, video's where it's at. It's a great skill to have. That's why we're spending time on this, okay? Demonstrated videos. Who knows this guy? Who knows this guy? Right? Demonstrative. Like, I'm going to tell you something. Anyone who told you or told me that they could have made a paper towel interesting in video, I would have never believed them. But this guy, oh, this guy figured it out.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge. A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry. This is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV. ShamWow holds 12 times its weight in liquid. Look at this. It just does the work. Why do you want to work twice as hard? Doesn't trip. Doesn't make a mess. Bring it out. You wash it in the washing machine. Made in Germany. You know the Germans always make good stuff. Wine, coffee, cola, head stain. Not only is the damage going to be on top, there's your mildew. That is going to smell. Look at this. Put on the spill. Turn it over. Without even putting any pressure, 50% of the cola right there. You following me, camera guy? Only 50%. The color starts to come up. No other towel's going to do that. It acts like a vacuum. And look at this. Virtually drawing on the bottom. I can't live without it. I just love it.
Testimonials.
Oh my gosh. I don't buy paper towels anymore. If you're going to wash your cars or any kind of vehicle, you'd be out of your mind not to own one.
All I can say is, Sham, wow.
You're going to spend $20 every month on paper towels anyway. You're throwing your money away. And these ShamWows are for everything, for everyday use. This lasts 10 years. This lasts a week. I don't know. It sells itself. The ShamWow sells for $19.95.
Simple offer.
One for the house, one for the car, two for the kitchen and bathroom. And look at this. We'll give you a second set absolutely free. But call now. You'll get the ShamWow mop, a vacuum mop, all in one. Never get down on your hands and knees again. Just twist the handle to wring it out. Throw it in the washing machine for easy cleaning. Also great for pet hairs. A regular mop pushes the dirt. This will capture it. So that's 8 ShamWows for $19.95. But if you call now, within the next 20 minutes, because we can't do this all day, you'll get the ShamWow mop, a $20 value, free. Just pay separate shipping and handling. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-786-7016. Call now. Guarantee your free ShamWow mop. When you call, ask about our ShamWow shower cleaner. Call 1-800-786-7016. That's 1-800-786-7016. Call now.
Okay, so listen, obviously, you know, Vince is a little extreme and he has great personality, but everyone knows, or maybe don't know, but this product did extremely well, okay? And I'll dive more into this next week, but I think it'll be fair to show you there's a format that he follows. And it's actually the same one that you see in almost every single infomercial that's out there. And I'll break out a couple really important highlights right now because it actually is really, really well done. First of all, how many of you enjoyed that and were entertained? How many of you actually enjoyed it, right? And it's fun to kind of see him pitch you and go through his whole demonstration, right? Remember, first thing I said, start with entertainment, okay? He does that. He's the natural, the guy you can tell he's been doing his whole life. You've probably seen him at a couple fairs, right? Okay, so let's break down this scientifically so that you guys can actually take notes. And Joe says ordering now. That you can take notes and I can break down to you the structure of this video, okay? The demonstrative video. So start at the beginning.
Hi, it's Vince with Sham Wow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge. A regular towel.
Right there. Immediately within 5 seconds of coming to his video, he tells you exactly who he is and what he's about. I don't know if you guys remember, I gave you that formula, but he tells you the facts. My name's Vince, I'm here with ShamWow. And then he told you other things that you are aware of, products that you're similar, and he elevated his product by comparing it to that of a sponge or whatever it may be. So in other words, ShamWow is just as, is aligned with the rest of these players and products, okay? And then he goes right into demonstrating, right? And remember I said earlier, you solve a problem. So the problem is right now is that, well, let's let Vince tell it.
Doesn't work wet. This works wet or
doesn't work wet. He tells you right away, you got your paper towel when it's wet, you're screwed. What are you going to do? Let me show you what the ShamWow can do. And then he hits you with the benefit, how it's going to make your life easier.
This is for the house, the car.
The different uses. Remember how I told you guys in the persuasive writing skill, I said, never be broad. Be what? Everyone should know this. I freaking preach it like crazy. And if you don't, you're messing up. Never be broad. You always have to be specific. Yes, a lot of people said, okay? Always be specific because you want to paint the picture for everybody. You want to paint the picture. You want to paint the picture. So instead of just saying to you, hey, this can be used for all kinds of things, which a lot of people would do. They would literally say that this can be used for all kinds of things, quote. As opposed to saying, look, it can be used on the floor. It can be used on your car. And he shows you. And he's actually visually showing you exactly. Be specific. It helps. Because here's what he's really saying is, look, I don't know if you're an RV person, because I'm showing this to a lot of people. I don't know if you're a boat person, but one of these is going to really hit you, okay?
RV, ShamWow holds 12 times its weight in liquid. Look at this. It just does the work. Why do you want to work twice?
It does the work. This is easy, right? Cleaning, now what he's doing is anticipating the objections. He knows that everybody dealing with cleaning hates it. Why? Because it's hard work and it takes time. So he's saying, well, it doesn't have to be hard to do that. He's addressing the biggest objection that we have to cleaning.
It's hard. It doesn't trip. Doesn't make a mess. Bring it out. You wash it in the washing machine.
Reusable.
You know the Germans always make good stuff. Here's some cola.
Like even what he's saying, he's preying on like stereotypes. Remember like stereotyping, it really works? Like what do you just say like, the Germans made it, it's good. It didn't matter. He would have said the same thing. Oh, it's made in Japan, it's done this. Oh, it's made in the United States. You know we make good stuff. He would have done it no matter what. It's his delivery. His delivery, his voice inflection. The way he said it, you would have believed it, no matter what country he said.
Wine, coffee, cola, head stain, not only is the damage going to be...
Practical uses. He's actually showing him spilling real products. He's not hypothesizing anything. It's not in theory. He's showing real life tangible examples.
Here's your milk. That is going to smell, but it's...
And he stabbed a knife at the problem. He put a knife in it earlier and he mentioned, and then he twisted the knife. And he said, look, not only is it a mess and a pain in the butt to clean up, but in addition to that, it creates mildew and it smells. Who wants that smell? Again, stating the problem, bringing a solution.
Put on the spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. 50% of the cola right there.
No pressure means it's easy.
The other 50%, the color starts to come up. No other towel's going to do that. It acts like a vacuum. And look at this. Virtually drawing on the bottom. I can't live without it. I just love it.
There he said, acts like a vacuum. Again, aligning himself with other household, tools, etc. that we're used to. Therefore, ShamWow is the same, right? Oh, vacuum, ShamWow. He's putting it in that same category. And as a result of that there. And then the next thing you do is they use testimonials. People that look just like me and you, right? And they have them saying it. And then the best thing that I want everyone to pay attention to, and we'll dive way deeper into this next week, but let's fast forward, is the offer, right? So a common sales technique that you can all use is when you position something really expensive and then you bring down something right after, it's a good way to do it. So for example, some people that I used to sell cars with back in the day would start people by showing them, the worst cars, on the lot. So when they showed them the new one, it was like, oh my gosh, this is the real deal, right? Giving them a real life comparison. So that's what he kind of does here is he starts off and says, look, You can get a ShamWow right now for $19.95, but then he spends the next 30 seconds giving bonuses if you take action immediately. How many times have you guys heard me say, if you want someone to take action, you need to give them a reason to? Hashtag urgency, hashtag scarcity, hashtag time's running out. And so what he's doing right now is he's giving us bonus overload. Hey, if you thought that was impressive, I'm also going to give you the one that does curtains. Then I'm also going to give you the one that does floors, right? And then when he gets on the phone, you know what he's going to do? They're going to upsell them in bundles, right? So they lose money off of this first offer, because think about how much they're giving away. It's probably a break-even deal. And then on the phone, once they have their credit card, they upsell them a bunch of stuff. So again, is that kind of helpful to break down the actual science behind an advertisement like this? Because the formula is used again and again, and you guys will see a commercial today, and you're going to recognize the same exact pattern. Okay, so continuing on, let me show you guys some other examples. So I really liked, you guys know I have a personality. A lot of you haven't seen this, but a while ago I was selling like a very basic version of clicks into customers. It's not the one that a lot of you guys have probably taken, but nonetheless, I thought of the same thing. I said, man, this infomercial stuff, nobody's using it with selling online products. Why? Because it's hard to make them tangible. So for example, when he picked up the ShamWow and he showed it being wiped on a boat, you can't do that with information products, right? It's a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to show you guys the approach that I took. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but have fun.
Do you want to find more customers for your business? Well, here's an affordable way to find them in minutes.
Hi, I'm Billy Jean, creator of the online course Clicks into Customers. So right now, I'm going to show you how to use ads like this to get more business with Best Buy on Black Friday in just 5 steps. Step 1, targeting. You seeing this ad right now is no accident. I found you in 3 clicks. Boom, bam, pow. Put your ads in front of anyone in the world in less than 30 seconds. Konnichiwa, hasta luego, oui, your business is international. Step 2, create awesome ads like this one. Why are they awesome? Because I only pay per click, and sometimes it costs me less than 10 cents to click. Direct mail, radio, and TV commercials? Let me let you in on a little secret. Most people got TiVo. In step 3, what happens after they click? We bring them to a webpage that we build ourselves. Drag, drop, design, mwah. Get your expensive web designer, goodbye. And it gets even better. Step 4, retargeting. I'm going to show you how to advertise specifically to every customer that clicks your ad, comes to this page, and doesn't buy. Samples, Walmart, Amazon, go to their website, click a product, leave, and see how many times that product shows up in your newsfeed. You want to see your product online? You want to be Amazon? I'll put you in the jungle. Step 5, make your customers an offer they can't refuse, like the one I'm about to make you right now. Look, you have a great product or service, but you don't know an affordable way to sell it. I do. Here's the deal. I'm going to show you how to do it absolutely free, and here's how to get my free training. Pal, if you want to learn how to do it for your business, use advertisements like this. Click the link above and enroll into my free training. This free training will only be available to the first 50 people who click this advertisement. So if you're serious, act now. Hello, my name is
Testimonials.
At Signature Sound Recording Studio. You can find us at SignatureSound.com. We saw dramatic results not only in the first month, but also now. I think it's a channel that most businesses should absolutely sit down and consider. And if they're not considering this as a business channel, they're missing out big time. My name is Ryan, marketing director at selfhelpworks.com. And 1 month in, after implementing Billy's stuff, we started seeing leads fly in and considerable profit, not just ROI, but profit. And thank you, Billy. Honestly, it's been amazing.
Okay, so that's my style. What did you guys think of that? I mean, it's definitely very extreme and very Billy Jean. But it's the same thing. We ran that ad for quite some time, too. Ran it for quite a while. But if you guys notice something, the formula was the same, right? It was demonstrative. I found a way to leverage my company to that of like an Amazon or Walmart, again, elevating your game by associating yourself with the big players, right? That's what we do is, hey, they use retargeting. Well, guess what? So do we. You see what I'm saying? So I'm leveraging my credibility based on, saying we have similar skill sets, right? And again, I got to show my personality, but also, too, I got to show how easy it is and that they can learn. So we did this, and then we would sell the courses, and we ran this ad for quite some time. Have any of you ever seen that before? I don't know if I really shared that. Like, we don't know if we really went over this one too much. But yeah, so yeah, it was we have it. But yeah, so anyways, that was that. And the same formula applies. The only thing I didn't really have in here is the bonus. I used the urgency of limited to the first 50 clicks, whatever the offer is that we were doing, right? And that's something that we ran. So got the benefits there. Works for every industry, even B2B, which is me anticipating their objections. The biggest thing that I've ever heard whenever running Facebook ads for people, and you guys have probably heard it within your businesses too, is, hey, Billy, or hey, John, or hey, Susie, does it work for me? I know you did it for this, but does it work for me? Norm says, what were the results of this campaign? Honestly, man, I don't remember. I know we made some money off of it, and we got some loyals, right? So here's the thing is, my personality is polarizing, right? Like, when I come off like this, I immediately lose people. But I also gain people who really, really mess with it. Some people watch this and then they watch all of our other stuff since years later, So that's what you want to do. You want to find the people who are, really with you. So, but again, that formula, demonstrating, I can't say it enough. I'm trying to show you as many different examples as I can of demonstration because it's all the same shit, right? It's dressed up, it looks a different way, but there's no difference. The formula is exactly the same. All right. So, oh yes, that whole anticipation thing. Coming back to how we made 36K in a few days using this, the power of anticipation, which is really the power of demonstrating. Okay. So let's see it. And even the trailer, really fast. Even with the trailer I showed you of 300, what are they doing? They're demonstrating. They're showing you what the movie is about before you get there. They're giving you a sample. They're giving you a taste, right? So that's all it is. That's what business is. It's show and tell. It's show and tell. All right. So this is recent. We ran this. Oh, I forgot we're doing it. Okay. So we ran this. And this is a real ad that, actually happened. Some of you probably saw it and saw the offer. But again, for me, I like to show you guys things that we're doing in real time that actually work, right? And I don't like to hold anything back. And from feedback in the past, I think you guys like the kind of behind the scenes thinking behind it. So I would love to share the results with you, right? So we said, attention smart marketers. A few weeks ago, I flew my entire team to Scottsdale, Arizona to take over another marketing agency for a day. So immediately, I called out and said, attention smart marketers, because everybody loves to, if you're into marketing, which our group is to look, it loves a compliment. So you're smart, right? So you're going to pay attention because obviously I'm talking to you. And I say, a few weeks ago, I flew my entire team to Scottsdale, Arizona to take over another marketing agency for a day. Immediately, I told you what we did, right? We literally gave them our exact sales scripts, emails, and campaigns that we used to go from 30 clients to hundreds and work with over 13 different franchises, whatever, and how fast their business is growing and the results they're getting for their clients are insane. I don't tell them what because I want them to watch the video to find out, right? Anticipation. We recorded an entire trip to show you how we help. If you'd like to work with us in person like they did, click the sign up button below, and then we actually have the video there. Now, we did something interesting here. In the first half of this video, we only showed them the beginning of it. Okay, so there's two parts of this video. One is us actually taking over their company, and then I don't show them the result until they go to the landing page. Now keep in mind, this event doesn't happen until June 30th. We started advertising this last month, right? And we sent out emails for it before too, creating hype around this event, period. So then by the time we made the offer, which you're about to see, it was a done deal and people were already looking forward to it. Not to mention, I've been talking about doing a live workshop for the last 7 months. People have known this is coming. I've told them last year. So again, it was a seeding of events before it actually happened. So this is why I always tell people is you need a promotional calendar. You need a promotional calendar, people. Meaning you need to know what you're going to offer your product or your audience well in advance so you can prepare and create anticipation. Because that, my friends, is how you end up selling a lot of shit. Okay? That makes sense, everybody? Just type yes if you're with me before I continue on and show you more examples. Cool. This is a little different than how I teach too, like with all these kind of examples. Is this helpful today? Like I still want to make sure this is helpful. I took a little bit of a different approach than I typically do, but I was hoping it's still really helpful to go through and giving you guys ideas of what to do for your business. Okay, cool. Let me know if it's not, right? And let me know if there's anything I can add. That's the whole point of this, right? So continuing on. And then the headline is, again, suspense, right? I mentioned that. Here's what happens when 12 marketers fly to a desert on a Tuesday, right? You want to show the before and after, right? Okay, cool. Julia likes this format. I love it. Okay, so I'm showing you guys a video. Some of you have seen it. I'll just go through quickly here, but to give you guys an idea. How many of you have seen this? How many of you have not? Just so I know. See how much time I actually need to spend on this. Cool. Oh, it's like, oh, you guys are tearing me right now. It's like torn 50-50. All right, let me go through this really quick.
What's up, everyone? I'm Billie Jean, and you are about to witness a Billie Jean Blitz. So I'm about to fly my entire team out from San Diego to Scottsdale, Arizona to take over another marketing agency called Loud Rumor. The CEO is Mike Garcia. So right now, big shout out to Mike. They got a great company, and they focus on SEO and Google and all that other competitive shit that takes forever to get your clients results with. And they decided, you know what? We need to add on.
Oh, whoopsie. Whoopsie. Really fast. Notice how I say the problem right there, right? I say, look, they're dealing with all the SEO stuff that's taking forever to get people's results, etc. How did I also start it? I said who I was and what I was going to do. I just point out the consistencies of the formula. Everything I do is not really new. It's just doing the same thing. And then I go into demonstration with entertainment.
So they can scale like crazy. Here's what happened.
Well, it all started in my humble abode in San Diego, California. The drivers pulled up at about 4:30 a.m., but no, we weren't ready yet. We were still celebrating the amazing job that we were about to do for Loud Rumor. Now, don't get me wrong, the task at hand was serious business, but serious business requires serious fun, and serious fun is contagious. That's what Loud Rumor needed.
It was so long.
Our walks to the plane were fun. Our plane ride was fun. Exiting the plane was fun. But Scottsdale was just hot. I'm talking really hot. Like there was cactus hot.
So we land in Scottsdale, and the best way to describe the trip was imagine two cars. One's called work, and one's called play. And they're both driving at 100 miles per hour, heading straight towards each other, and then boom!
So really fast, pointing out the techniques here that I'm using. So the reason why I'm able to do like a 5-minute video or however long this was to show people is because of suspense, right? People want to know what happened. Okay, they went out there. What actually happened? What was the tangible result? Remember how I told you guys just a minute ago, before and after. It's the easiest way and something that you can all leverage right now. Let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. So somehow after this ridiculous day and all this traveling, we find the energy to meet up at 11 o'clock at night just to make sure we're prepared and so that we can over-deliver.
You see, everyone thinks the key to success is preparation, but I'm going to tell you the truth. It's all about the breakfast you eat in the morning and the music you listen to on the car ride over.
Demonstrating our personalities. I have to, hold on. This is important. Also, realize what you're selling. Okay, realize what you're selling. So not only am I selling the results that they're going to get from working with us live in person, I'm also selling us. And this is important. Every time that you have to deal with someone actually sitting with you like in person, right? Like, and actually investing their time into you as people, you have to show your personality, period. You have to show your personality. And so that's really what I'm doing here is showing our personality. Okay, and because I want people to come out and say, look, I really like this team and I want to hang out with them, or I don't. So let's continue on.
There's something about slow motion that makes everything look cool. When we walked into that building, we felt like we were on fire. We walked in, we shake hands with CEO to CEO, and it was official. From that moment on, it was all business, and I've never been more proud of my team. We were on our A game, answering questions, talking about sales strategy, going over sales scripts, talking about onboarding clients, how to deliver better value for clients, prospecting, scaling process. I mean, you name it, we covered it, and their team was freaking awesome.
And we didn't just sit there looking cool in our magic t-shirt, we actually gave some value. Right now, your company has a purpose, and a purpose that you can actually track the ROI in. Here's what you're selling is a magical switch. Magical switch that you can just go on, and anytime you need more customers in your gym, press it. How much are you
So visually, you can kind of see at a glance, right? Like obviously I'm not going to be able to show exactly what we taught, on any kind of, quick time span, but I can paint the picture. Enough people have seen presentations, et cetera. They see the teams integrating with each other. You see kind of how we deliver and how it was open, workshop style, and very hands-on, right? So we really got to paint the picture for what it is. And then of course, like I told you guys, what comes after the demonstration are the testimonials, right? The proof. Format works.
Hey, my name's Mike with Loud Rumor, and I just want to say this has been an amazing day. Billy Jean and his crew came out from San Diego and helped out everybody on my team.
Now, also want to point out too, with all of you guys, your product or service. Now, a lot of people have people using their product or service, and you're not asking them for a testimonial, or you're asking for their testimonial too late. And does anybody know the right time to ask them for the testimonial from your client? Let me ask that. When's the right time to ask for a testimonial from your client? Yep, someone says when happy, right after service, after you deliver results immediately. Yep, right after, when they're on their biggest high, which what we did right after the second we were there, we had a really good time. It was fantastic. It was good. But for me, I also had to sell against people's, because this is kind of a longer term play where we go on their work, but to see what actually happened as a result of us, I thought that was important to include. So even though the video was done a lot sooner, I couldn't put it out until I had the update. So what Mike and I did is we hopped on a Google Hangout,
Posted in the owners group in Facebook.
and he tells the story. And we talked for 10 minutes, right? We talked for 10 minutes. We talked for 10 minutes right there. We just talk about what actually happened. So this part right here, this interview part, people didn't see until they came to the landing page. So the first part in the advertisement that I just showed you, we only went up to the very end of the video here. So we showed the exciting part because we wanted to find people who were really hooked on this and said, suspense, what happened as a result of this? And then they can see this whole interview, okay? So that's the process we did. And then we brought them to the landing page, right? And you can even see on the page here, I say fast forward to 4 minutes and 59 seconds to check out his results because they already saw the beginning. But if they didn't, they still have a chance to do it, right? So again, leveraging that whole, anticipation, the before and after, the demonstrate of what happened, the fact that we've been planning this event and planting little seeds for months in advance before, right? And it's not till June. That's all part of the anticipation. We want people excited in between, and to really build that. And then two, it's like anything. How many of you have bought a concert ticket to something that's, 6 months down the road or something way far away, but you just knew it was going to be that much fun and give you those feelings that you want? How many of you bought concert tickets in advance before? Come on, everybody, right? So again, it's the same thing. That anticipation also helps. So when people get here, they're going to be like, yes, it's finally here. It's happening. And then my staff and I, we're going to fucking over-deliver like crazy. This is going to be the best live workshop, I think, on the planet. That's my goal. That's how I want everyone to feel walking out of this office. So, but anyways, there's a landing page for it. It says, want to see what happened? Again, suspense before and after what happened. Want to see what happened after Mike's company, after working with us in person. It's not even about a sell yet. Anybody catch that? Not even trying to sell anything first. Right? Not even trying to sell anything first. First, I demonstrate, then ask. Come to Billy Jean's marketing headquarters and let us build you a profitable, ready-to-launch Facebook advertising campaign. Marina put make your money maker. She liked that, and I allowed it. We'll take you by the hand, build a killer lead generation campaign together, and teach you how to easily manage it. That's what you're going to come and do. Short, simple, to the point. And then it's got some more information, down below, etc. Right? So again, live event requires anticipation, etc. Does this make sense to everybody? Is this helpful to show and go through? Let me know. Give me some feedback. I'm here for y'all. Jason says, is the video on the landing page the same video, but with the results added to the end? Yep, that's exactly right, Jason. Yep. So a couple things too. I saw you ask another question up there. Is who does the video? So for my video, it depends. I have two people that do it. So my buddy Brandon and I have been making videos together for a long time. So I actually flew him out with us to record the whole thing. So whenever I guess this is kind of important to go to, I'll give you guys a quick brief of how I create my videos. But I do write everything like to the T when you see them. Because as you can see, it's not just about creating it's persuasion, right? It's really just, it sells at the core of it. That's really what it is. So I write out everything. Every single word in there is so strategic. It takes me a really long time. And then Brandon and I work together, so visually he understands, you know, what I mean. Like, and he'll catch on little things like the time-lapse video part where we're all walking through the office, or, you know, the cool music and the sound effect and the transitions and all that. So I don't know, I've been doing video for quite some time now, so that's a skill set that I've kind of built up. I'm not like super professional. I'm excellent at writing them, but I have help in regards to like actually bringing my vision to life. So there's this another guy, Ramel, that I've used for like the Massage Envy Blitz, and then I actually hired someone in-house. So you guys haven't really seen it yet because the office is just being finished, but the amount of content that we're about to put out in the new office and what we're going to put out is going to change the way this industry works, I promise you. So I got someone in-house full to now do this. So hope that answers your question, Jason. Okay, cool. Continuing on, let's rock. A format for everybody. A format's needed for any anticipation video. This must say demonstrative video there. Okay, listen. I want everyone to take in consideration this. Some of the videos that you just saw, like that last one, Arizona, obviously that takes a ton of time and it's a super work, but it's an asset that every single time I want to do a live workshop, I can use it, right? I'm thinking of investments. I invest my time into things that are going to pay me multiple times out, right? So, for example, if I decide to do another one next month or in 2 months, what do you guys think I'm going to do to sell tickets to it? What do you guys think I'm going to do to sell tickets to my next event if I want to do this live workshop again? Anybody? What am I going to do? Oh, everyone type at the same time. I'm going to do exactly what I did right here, in addition to recording the entire event and putting out this one too. So now I have 2 videos. So I'm going to show this old one, and like Julie just said, I'm going to make a before and after video from this one. People are going to come in, we're going to freaking blow their socks off, we're going to get testimonials right after, and we're going to do follow-ups with each person. So think about the content that we have. So now I have this asset for the company that literally every time we do it, I have one of us going to places, which, okay, you're going to love this. So now you guys are getting into deep strategy here, right? So obviously for my entire team to fly out to an office and like do something, it's really expensive, right? So there's the super expensive package that we're going to show everybody. Then we say, or there's another way to do this, and you can fly to San Diego. So remember when I told you guys about making that comparison to make your thing seem way cheaper? So now our tickets to our live workshop are going to feel well cheaper because they know we actually go to companies, and that's really expensive. So you can take this other one, which is just as good, and actually come out with us. And here's the results of the people that came here and did that with us. Everybody see how it all merges together? It's all one big strategy, right? Other thing I want to point out is as you kind of grow your business and team, like, this is where my time goes, is to thinking of things like this, right? Because it's a lot and things are happening. But anyways, I thought that's kind of fun to point out to you guys, you know, the strategy behind it all. You know what I mean? I thought that'd be cool. So any questions about that before I continue? Before I give you the most important tip with video? Parshell asked, if I can ask, on average, how much do you spend on video production? I got a lot of like friends and I do so much of it, Parshell, sometimes like I don't have to spend a ton, but I'll spend like depending on, because I do the writing and they're really just directly for me and spitting that out, I'll probably spend anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 on a video that's really done. But now take that with a grain of salt, Parshell, because what does it cost me to take 13 people, pull us off the floor for a day, to stop working and to go film, plus our outfits, food for the day, and then the lost time and opportunity cost of that. My videos are really expensive when you put it like that. So, you know, I don't know. I think you meant specifically on what in fees do I pay. I'll probably drop a few grand on a video that I really like, you know. So, that answer your question? Anybody else before I continue? Do I need another employee, Billie Jean? I have a ton of useful talents, just like the ShamWow. Shoot us an email, man. We're always looking to acquire talent, you know. Anybody else? Let's see. It says, as bad as it sounds, even though we do video, I sometimes find it hard to come up with content for us, but I can come up with great ideas for clients. But, okay, so Parshell, right there's your content. Like, how many of you would be interested in seeing, like, so Parshell, she does video production, right? And they make these beautiful videos for companies. How many of you would be really interested to see kind of the behind the scenes of what goes into making that video a reality? you know, and to see how you're taking, Parshell, this idea that, you know, is in the head and bringing it to life. Like a lot of people typing me right now, Parshell, like that come up is real. Like right now we're in the age of transparency. People want to know behind. Put it this way. How many of you have seen a magician? And more than anything, like it'll fuck with you for weeks. But all you want to know is, how did he do that trick? How did he pull that off? How did Houdini, like, no way. I don't get it. No way. The card is right in front of me. How did, no way. Right? You die to know those things. So remember that, you know. Yeah, David said it'd be great to see behind the curtain. People truly want to see that stuff. Okay, cool. So other key to making video, and now I'm talking about, like, you know, just simple videos that you guys can record with your iPhones, okay? Oh, wait, one more question. Eric says, about how long on average would you guess it takes you to plan, produce, and finalize a video? Man, that's a tough question, Eric, because it's like I love it. You know, I love the idea, and and I've been doing it for a while, man. Like that's my strength. So my time is, I can do these things pretty fast, but I'm obsessed. And actually, I can tell you guys something honestly. The growth of my company, especially in the last couple of years, I would say hands down, one of the skill sets, not to toot my own horn, that I possess, and sometimes it's deadly, is that I move insanely fast, like crazy. So the Massage Envy Blitz video that a lot of you have seen, I'm not kidding. I thought of the idea on like a Wednesday. I had the whole thing done by Saturday. So Eric, I will, no exaggeration, if I'm like passionate about something and I think it could work, I will sit up all night. I will not sleep a wink. I will stay up writing the whole thing. I will call my film guy. I will pay him double if he's not available, and I will make it happen. Because the power of speed trumps anything. Taking imperfect action and just going, that is my strength. And that's one thing. If I can encourage everyone to do it, just go. Just go. Like, I do not believe in waiting. And like people get frustrated with me they're like, can't we wait? No, you can't fucking wait. That's how you lose money and go out of business. Everything needs to be done yesterday. I feel so strongly about it. It's insane. TV, I struck out so hard with cursing today. Man, I did. I apologize. You got to put your headphones on, man. But yeah, so, I mean, just go, you know, power over speed, never wait. Like, seriously, man, it's so important. Everyone, just go. Blitz. Just go. So yeah, anyways. Now, another thing that's huge with that speed, going along with the theme, is it's super important to be consistent and make content easy and duplicatable. So, for example, like we have our 5 minutes. Let me see what examples we have here. Hold on. Our 5 minutes with Billie Jean. Have you guys seen that? We got like 54 episodes of it or something like that. But I basically go and sit at a table and I talk about something in business. The reason why it's possible to put out so much content so quickly is because, number one, I'm talking about something that I know really well. So when I'm doing it, it's easy. I can flow. I can just punch it out. I don't need to think about it. Also, the format's the same every single time. We go behind there. Rena sits next to me with the microphone. We talk about what's going on in the office for the day, and we get out, and Alabama edits it. How many times have you guys been stuck, or a client been stuck on video because it wasn't, the plan that you had wasn't that feasible, meaning it required too many extras. It required a wardrobe, some makeup, you know, a certain time to get too many people together. It just required a lot. And because it wasn't feasible to do on a consistent basis, it dropped off. How many of you have suffered from that? You wanted to do a video or something, but just there was just too much going on and it just dropped. A lot, right? A lot. So I'm going to show you guys something. This is really fast. I'm not going to play this episode, but it's the same introduction every time. And there's our setup. Again. Like you talk about laser speed. I bought that stuff in one day. Literally, I told our team, I said, look, we're going to do the show. We need to start putting out daily videos, and this is what we're going to do. So I took some books on the bookshelf to the left of it. I put it on the table. I took a GoPro mount that was sitting there on the bookshelf, and I just put it on the table. We had this table in there. I made Alex and Alabama move because they usually sit there in our old office. And then I took these monitors, which were monitors that we already had. It was their monitors that we put there. And then I ordered those microphones on Amazon. They're not even plugged in. They've never been plugged in. I don't even know how to plug them in. And then me and Rita pull up our laptops and we go. That is how you put out content in an easy, feasible way that's consistent. And if the information that you're bringing truly helps people, you'll always have something to talk about. That makes sense to everybody? You know? So it has to be something consistent and feasible that you can do. Easy. Just, it's got to be easy so you can bang it out, you know? No, we didn't film on the GoPro, Jason. We have a E70D or something like that. I just bought a Mark III too. But yeah, so that's what we have there. Okay? And then I have my buddy Jack come paint the back with the little logos. So I did do that. Really simple, right? And I told him, you got to come tomorrow or I can't give you the job. Sounds harsh, but he got there the next day. So now let's talk about that at a deeper level, a more richer level. How many of you know this show? Before I put it up there. Everybody should know this damn show. We're a bunch of entrepreneurs sitting on a webinar right now. Come on. Right, Shark Tank. So I'm going to show you guys something. Take these guys, multi-millionaires, you know, some billionaires, right? So here it is, Shark Tank, great TV show. It's on every Friday night, all right? So let's talk about this. The reason why they're able to pull it off, because they all have the craziest, busiest schedules that we can never imagine. They manage so many companies, is because of the feasibility of the show. All they do is wear the same suit every single time. It's the same exact set every single time. And they wear the same outfits so that they can mix and match pitches with different episodes. Sometimes you watch an episode and it wasn't filmed anywhere near the same day. They'll mix and match it. So they have complete creative power to make the show what it is. But what I'm showing you guys is even at the highest level, they're still using this format. ESPN is one of the most profitable television channels out there. Why? Because they just pay for their talent. But all they do is sit there and talk, and they entertain you. But the simpler you can keep your product, the videos, and still have interesting, then you're good to go. Then you're good to go. Yeah, Parshell says this is so true. She's had a couple friends that have been at Shark Tank, right? So again, I'm showing you guys, this isn't just Billie Jean pulling stuff out of his butt. Like, this is real. This is even the lead of shows, the highest rated show on a Friday night is doing the same formula I just went over to you. Difference is they got better cameras and they got some brand awareness that goes with their names and they got bigger piggy banks than us. That's it, right? But the same shit applies. Okay? Cool. That's just notes, same set, talk about things they know. Yeah, that's the other thing is they don't have to go out and like, so think about it. In a traditional TV show, there's a script, right? So unscripted TV works because they're just talking about their expertise. It's a beautiful thing. They don't have to write out something and make sure it's perfect. So I'll give you, that's the difference between that Arizona video that you saw, the Blitz, is I have to write out and script everything versus this is unscripted. You know, 5 minutes of Billie Jean, I just go up there and I talk, right? So again, just thinking. Even things like how I teach, like right now, right, is this takes a lot of preparation to get ready and come in here and make sure I deliver value every single week. So it takes time. So I can give a webinar like, you know, once a week and have a day to do it. But if I wanted to do this every day, I would probably be setting myself up for failure because there's no way I would be able to keep up and have the time to do it and still run my company. So again, finding feasible ways, not to just create videos, but to run your business, right? So. Cool. Quick recap today. How to create anticipation. Solve a problem, create feelings, right? People buy feelings. And then how to use demonstrative videos to make it all happen. All right. Was this helpful today? Good shit? Yeah or no? Scale of 1 to 10. I always like to see numbers and see if it was helpful. So I know if I can do a better job, you know what I mean? Like I definitely want to, I hope every week I come to the table a little bit better. That'd make me happy. You know, so cool. Ashley said no singing today, so he had to drop it to a 7. I respect that. Oh yeah. Last week I did drop some fireballs. My voice was on point. That's for sure. That is for sure. Cool. Q&A. Any questions that I can answer for you guys before I take off? And by the way, how many of you are? Well, some of you are in here that come in live workshop. Excited to see you. Yeah. And then camp. How many people are part of the Customer Acquisition Masters program? You're going to be on the call in 40 minutes. Good. I will see you there. Love it, love it, love it. Good stuff, good stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Love it. Okay, cool. Yeah, just joined yesterday. Oh, welcome, Joe. You love it, man. It's a fun group. I'm teaching some cool shit on there. Albia. Eric says, is there a bullet point list of key points on a video presentation? Yeah, so actually, Eric, next week, the gene pool, the last one that I teach before we bring on our guest, is, yeah, it's very technical. So next week is really fun. Next week, come with your notepad, because I'm actually going to give you guys like a template and format to actually follow for making sales videos, right? So everything I've showed you before is everything that you need to even create a sales video to the position you need. And then I'm actually going to give you the scripts that I use to write a persuasive sales video that brings in a lot of money. You know, so it's pretty cool. If you're here right now and you're with us and you're new to the gene pool, which I see some names here, what's up? Welcome aboard. I hope it was helpful. And then also too, you should definitely come in our camp program too. Let's see. Deanna says, even though you use unscripted videos, do you use bullet points? Yeah, 100%. Great question. And I do. Like even for 5 minutes with Billie Jean, I know the topics I'm talking about. And I'll do multiple takes, Deanna. So for example, I may film something and then I'll do a take and I'll say something like, oh, that's a really good point. And then I'll redo it really quick. Right. So like, but that's something I wouldn't teach because that's something that I've been able to do as a result of doing this again, like every day for the last however many years. Right. So that's like, it's not something I would recommend to you really comfortable on camera. And then I would go with that approach. But the way that I film is I have my topics, my bullet points, I'll freestyle, I'll like a point and I'll go into it. Stop, and then I'll bring up another point, go into it, stop, bring up another point, go into it, stop, and close it out. John says, what is the customer acquisition call you mentioned? Camp. Camp, John. You're good. You better be there. Coming here at 11 o'clock. Yeah. Cool. If you're not in camp, get over there. Email us, askbilliegene@gmail.com. We'll reach out to you. And for those of you that are, I'll see you soon. And for those of you that aren't, that's totally cool too. I'll see you next week. Make sure you show everyone, make sure you're here next week. I think it's the most, I'm going to give you the template, the exact template that I use to write our videos that you're going to be able to use for a very long time. So just make sure you show up. Parcell says, really appreciated your don't give up email. Couldn't have come at a better time. We got 20K pulling through the pipeline today. Good shit, Parcell. Well done. Let's talk about that. We should talk about that on camera. Sweet, boom. Summer camp, bring your swimsuit. That's right, son. Okay, cool. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to collect my thoughts here and review my next presentation to make sure it's good. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.